Oh, what a good-looking crowd. Wow, yeah, okay. You guys, what's this? What are you guys? Long time? New? Married? Friends? Married, yeah, okay. How long? 2 years, that's a while. And then how long did you date before? A year. So like, it's been like with that much time, a night like this, is it still date night or it's just life at this point? You're just always together? Yeah, it doesn't count. Yeah. That's what was with me and my ex. She'd be like, you never take me out on dates anymore. It's like, you're always with me! It's always a date. You haven't been home since the last date started. It's still that date. Go home for one night? I'm single now. Yeah. Dating during COVID was tough because, like, when you first meet someone, you have to present this, like, really fun, perfect version of yourself as though nothing in your life's going bad. But do that during a pandemic's hard, you know? I'm like, yeah, things are going so good for me. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, I got COVID hobbies, of course. What's one? I like to light a candle. Yeah, and then I like to take 2 fingers and just jam them into the hot wax. Just to feel some pain I can make sense of. What about you? Socially distanced hiking? Hell yeah, let's do it. Those are my 2 favorite things. Exercise and not touching a woman. Take me to the woods. Let's get out to the middle of nowhere, stranger. Come on. A lot of people during COVID experienced some depression symptoms for the first time, right? You know? And I felt like it was an opportunity for me. I grew up depressed. To help out a little bit, share some coping strategies. So if you're still feeling a little bit of that, try this. This is what they told me when I was a kid. It helped me a lot. I hope it helps you guys. Sack up, you little bitch! No one cares about your feelings! You're making mom sad. So I hope that helps. I used to bartend in San Francisco. I would bartend during the day so I could do comedy shows at night, and I loved it. I love the day drinkers. They take their alcoholism very seriously. It's fun to watch. The only thing I hated about it is when they would want to talk about politics with me. Yeah, because it's like, what do I think about Syria? I think you're drinking at 2 in the afternoon. And I'm making minimum wage right now. Maybe we're not the 2 dudes that are going to figure this one out. Would you like another beer? That is all I can help you with. How about you make it through 1 presidential term without a DUI? We'll start listening to your opinions. Fair? I was a waiter, too. I waitered at a fancy restaurant. And people always ask, like, what's your favorite thing on the menu? And then I'd be like, I cannot afford to eat it. But if you really want to know what I eat, I buy a side of veggies, and then I try to trade a little bit of weed to the chef for whatever meat's about to go bad. Do you want that? I can see what he's got. My line at the end of the meal is I'd say, would you like any coffee or dessert, right? And one time this lady said, yeah, I'll have an avogado. Do you guys know what that is, avogado? No? Some? Yes? I don't either, so don't feel weird, because what I said back to her was, you want an avocado? And she said, yes. And I was like, I don't think she does, so I'm going to say this out loud again. I was like, you want me to bring you an avocado? And she just gave me the hand wet gesture, you know, just the wave of like, I'm done talking to the help, you can go now wave. I was like, all right, here we go. And it's like, have you ever been at work? It doesn't matter what your job is. You're just at work and you know that you're doing your job wrong. Like, that was me in the kitchen cutting an avocado. And I looked at the waiter next to me. I was like, has someone ever ordered an avocado for dessert? And he was just like, yeah, man, this job's fucking dumb. And walked away. I was like, all right, here we go. I'm out of ideas. And I remember walking out there just so defeated. I was like, this can't. finally I just presented it to her, and she was like, no, wrong. And I was like, I know, but you know, gave it a shot. But so she explained to me the avogado. If you don't know, it's espresso and ice cream. Super good. I got to have one that night. My manager made me try one. And then I also got to eat an avocado. Pretty big night. Pretty big night. Thank you. Thank you. Are you going to try one? Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I'm more of a drinker, but... What do you got? Is that sangria? Fuck yeah, we have sangria? I'm going to get fucked up tonight. I'm gonna black out, I think. I decided, yeah. Anyone else like blacking out? Is that just you and me? Oh, this whole table. That's good. A lot of people don't want to black out. They want to remember everything they did. I think it's incredible that my brain is so sophisticated. It can just recognize, like, well, he's not making any more good memories tonight. Let's just shut that part of the brain down. Go have some fun. I learned a lot during COVID. I learned a lot. We all did. I learned that 20 seconds is a lot longer than I thought. You know? Because people are like, you have to wash your hands for 20 seconds. I'm like, of course you do. I'm not gross. And then I timed it. Turns out I was very gross. I didn't know 20 seconds lasted that long. That's a while. I should have known, because I remember pre-COVID, I went into one of those gender-neutral bathrooms, right? And there was a woman washing her hands. She was very beautiful. I walked up next to her. I started washing my hands. I was like, you know how to do this? You know, you rinse, and then I soaped, and then I rinsed, and I felt done. But she was still going. And I had this insecure moment of like, do I not do this right? And so I didn't want to look stupid in front of her, so I just re-soaped and went again. You know, I was like, I'll just look busy. And then she made eye contact with me in the mirror, and I think in her head she was thinking like, well, I'm not going for less time than this slob. So she re-soaped, and I was like, fuck you can't steal my move right in front of me. I was like, fine, it's on, let's go. And I just started washing my arms. I just looked over at her and was like, I have surgery later. She was like, oh, he's crazy. And she walked away. The gender-neutral bathrooms are great. You know, we're all peeing together. Great time to be alive. I just feel like they sort of just popped up. One day they existed. We never discussed how to act in there. You know, how do I do? Is it still men's rooms rules for me? Am I grandfathered in? Can I still act the same? No. I've seen some okay, so then women's rooms rules? Yes, okay, fine. But then if that's the case, and I'm crying in the bathroom later, I want someone to tell me I'm beautiful. Yes, tell me the rules. We'll play by them. I didn't know, like, when all this started, I didn't know that you could deny COVID. I didn't know that was an option. Didn't even know you could even, I didn't even think of that as a possibility, right? But half the country was like, meh. And so listen, I'm fully vaxxed, I'm on team science, but I have decided next disaster, I'm denying it. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm gonna pick idiot team and just see what happens. Like here in California, we're all afraid of the big earthquake, right? But if a big earthquake ever happens, not my reality, it's not! Oh, the restaurants are closed again. Why? Because they're on fire? Fuck no. Open up this Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, the schools are closed again. Why? Because the earth swallowed them whole? Listen up, teachers. We don't pay you almost nothing for nothing. Rappel down into this crevasse and teach some kids. That is terrible. Pay teachers better. Yeah. Oh, I'm not pandering. Fuck off. I mean, yes, but like, come on. They're not here. They can't afford a ticket. It's like $25. What else? I just found out what COVID stands for. Yeah. It's you probably, I mean, you might know coronavirus, the disease. It's virus disease. Isn't that weird? Like you can't be. I feel you can't be both, right? And I feel like that proves when it first started. they truly had no idea what it was. Because we were like, so is it a virus or a disease? And they were just like, yeah, I don't know. Could be one of those. Could be a curse. Wash your hands. We're not. Yeah, we don't know. Wear a mask. The other thing they said right at the beginning was, if you can blow out a candle without your lungs hurting, you don't need to go to the doctor. And that's when I was like, oh, people are going to die. That's not real medicine. No doctor's like listening to your lungs, and he's just like, you know what, nurse, grab me my candle. Doctors aren't perfect. A friend of mine got a vasectomy, which we're pumped for, right? Yes, because he doesn't have kids, and we think that's a good call. We're like, yes, that is the correct journey for you. But before they would let him have the vasectomy, he had to get a psychological evaluation, right? Isn't that wild? Because what happens if he fails that test? Are they just like, sorry, dude, you're crazy. You have to have kids. Get out there and make some maniacs, you lunatic. What a weird, how is that how we're doing things? Yeah, I got really into crystals this year. Huge crystals guy. Can you tell? Yeah, you have crystals? Yeah, you got one on you? No. So you're not really committed like me. If you're not familiar with crystals, they're magic rocks. And that's where I'm at in my life. I need something to work out. I was like, I'm going to give magic a shot. I'm out of ideas. I sort of feel like that's where, as a generation, like millennials, we might have to will magic into existence just to survive. I feel like, listen, I crunched the numbers, and the only way I'll ever be able to own a home is if this investment of tiger eye and amethyst pays off. Come on, crystals. I wanted to live alone because I've always had roommates, and so I thought about maybe doing van life, you know? It's a big thing, live in a van. I even went to the Mercedes dealership to like look at the Sprinter van, and they're very expensive. Like, oh, I can't afford that. But the salesman was like, let's just fill out an application and see if you qualify. And I was like, I won't. And I was like, let's give it a shot. And so I was like, fine. And so we did, and he was like, yeah, you don't qualify. And I was like, yeah, I know. But then he said, what if you made twice as much money? And I was like, well, then I probably wouldn't be trying to live in a van, would I? You know what I mean? Why are we playing such a mean hypothetical? And he goes, no, what if on the application we just put that you make twice as much money? And I was like, you can do, and you want me to lie to the bank? Hell yeah, dude, I lied on the first application. Kick it up, I don't give a shit, put whatever you want. And he was like, all right. And so he did, and he came back, and he's like, congrats, the van's yours. And I'm like, surely that can't be how this works. And he was like, nah, dude, you're white, that's exactly how this works. So I have the van now. It's a nice van, it's got a fridge, and electricity, and a bed, and sink, and I guess I didn't realize, like, I thought, the one thing I didn't realize about the van is that, like, women are attracted to the van. I didn't see that coming. Like, I thought it was the opposite. Like, a man living in a van wouldn't be a turn-on, but it's like I thought I was buying a red flag. You know, like, I was tired of telling women I'm not emotionally available. I thought the van could do that for me, but they're like, nah, bang me in this van. I'm like, okay. And, I do have to go. I will say this. I recorded my comedy album here, and it came out February 2020, which was perfect timing for me. And so all those dates got canceled, but I do have them on these really cool vinyls. I'm going to sell them after the show, $20 if you want one. Come by and, you know, and if you don't have a record player, I actually have one in the van. You can slide into my DMs, and then we can listen to me. No, we'll just have sex. It doesn't matter. I'll say this before I go. I don't know if this is like a casual thing or just a me thing, but it seems like women that I'm with, whether or not it's a serious relationship or not, they'll wear my clothes to bed, and then for whatever reason, they'll just keep those clothes forever. Yeah, and I'm sick of it, right? Like, all the men are like, they don't even want to make eye contact with me. They're like, yeah, it's not good. And so, like, I stayed with this girl once. We were actually at her place in college, and she was like, hey, do you want some shorts to sleep in? Which was very confusing for me. And then she just opened this drawer of just gym shorts she'd accumulated over the years. Yeah, and I was like, oh, Valley Varsity football. Were you on that team? What position were you? And so I decided to do something about it for all of us. I stayed with this woman for 3 months, and one by one, I snuck those shorts out, fellas. You're welcome. Thank you. My favorite part about that story is a few months after that, I was on campus playing basketball, and this guy saw my shorts. Yeah, and I was like, oh, Valley View, Iowa, what year did you graduate? And I was like, no year, bro, these are your shorts. High five when you play football. Guys, that's all for me. Thank you so much.